Hello, and starring this summer Sonic off with a bang. Just want to turn this down a bit. Starting this summer Sonic off with a bang, it's the video game Shadow the Hedgehog. Shadow the Hedgehog was created and developed by, at the time, Sega Studio USA, with Sega Studio USA, I'm just getting my notes here. Which at the time was the, as you might guess, the, let me just see here. Which at the time was essentially a, if I can find my notes here. Just feels the need to go into this. Anyway, was formed by, at the time, it was called Sega Studio USA, which was the United States of America USA division of Sonic Team, which started developing Sonic games, starting with Sonic Adventure 2. This game really likes to get into that, doesn't it? Anyway, at the time, it was called Sega Studios USA, it was first called Sonic Team USA in like 2003, and was called Sega Studios USA in 2004 at the time. But let me see if this game really likes to. Okay, there we go. Anyway, that's what it says on the Wikipedia page, which is, by the way, a featured article. But anyway, what is this game of? But anyway, let me get back to the point. It was called. I am not good with explaining things. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. But where do I start? Let me find this. Oh, right. Let me just put it this way. At the time, just speaking, it was created by. I am not good with my words today, I'm sorry, but at the time it was created by Sega Studios USA. Let me just put it that. Which was the United States division of Sonic Team, to put it better. It was formerly called Sonic Team USA during development of Sonic Heroes. But what is this game in particular? This game is a spin-off and sequel of sorts, or at least I call it a sequel due to it takes place a few months after Sonic Heroes. And normally that's what a sequel would be, is normally speaking, is a continuation after the events of a previous entry in the series. This being one of them. Sorry, I'm just mesmerized by the wiki. Anyway. But anyway, I am not good with my words. Anyway, what is this game about? Well, this game takes a very big, different turn of sorts in the Sonic series. While previous entries were, well, a lot more good-natured in many ways, this game was, well, during development, someone during development stated that since they finally reaching out to the younger audience, they decided to focus a little more on the older audience. And also with the popularity of Shadow the Hedgehog, they decided to make a game about it. Also, and another thing you probably noticed already is guns. This game, one of the common criticisms of this game were controls, plot, its dark themes, and which pointing on particular guns, even though guns have been technically featured in the Sonic series, like Gamma in Sonic Adventure. There was also the shooting sections in Sonic Adventure 2. Not to mention Eggman holding Amy hostage with a gun in that one scene. Whatever. But yeah, this game puts a lot more focus on guns. Some fans wanted, very young fans, wanted Sonic to have a gun, or at least think of it. But they didn't want to give Sonic a gun, partly in reason why Gamma got a gun in the first place, to put a shooting section. And as such, eventually Shadow got the gun, because Sonic is basically all no weapons. Although in Sonic and the Black Knight he does wield a sword, but he's... to my knowledge, he's in a book slaying... To my current knowledge anyway, he was in a book, and also he was slaying demons or some mythical demons of sorts. So I guess that was... I don't know if that was an exception or a clever workaround, but anyway, what are my feelings about this game? Well, when I first played this game, I think I may have been 8 or so at the time of its release, and I believe I got it when it first came out. Honestly, the only thing that's intimidated me about that scene was, about this game was in that scene in the opening cinematic where Shadow looked really mad as he was about to pummel that one guy or something, like he was gritting his teeth. It was a thing about teeth with me, really. The redeads from Wind Waker. Oh my gosh. Gosh. But speaking of which, this game was also the first Sonic game to be rated by the ESRB for an E10 rating. It was originally going to be a T rating, but it went to E10 upon discovery of the new rating. As such, all versions received certain censorship, such as less swearing. All swearing has been limited to less instances of swearing, and also less swears in general, like 2 swears in general are damn and hell. So they limited them to a certain extent. Also, there was, in that opening cutscene, there was apparently supposed to be a guy who got shot. There wasn't any blood, it was just a guy who got shot, but you would barely notice it. That was removed as well. That guy getting shot. There was also supposed to be an FMV, apparently, with Maria getting shot, but that was... You'll see later in the game that just being a still image. So... And there was also one of the enemies called the Black Creatures, is what this game calls it, is... Instead of red blood, which was originally the idea, it's more animated blood. It's more family-friendly cousins of sorts. That's essentially the primary amounts of censorship this game received to get an E10 rating. It doesn't sound like all that much, if you ask me, because that was largely it, really. But hey, maybe there were a lot more instances than I heard, because that's essentially the large amount of it. Anyway, let's start playing. Anyway, the reason why I'm playing this game, well, in this summer of Sonic, I want to focus a little more on more lower rated Sonic games, actually. So it's not like I'm just gonna start playing the first Sonic the Hedgehog ever, likely, because that game is already getting a lot of praise. I want to go for a game I feel is a little more underappreciated. In fact, I think on Wikipedia it used to say mixed. Now it kind of says generally unfavorable. Often I've seen this game be listed as one of the worst Sonic games ever. Almost, like, usually around number 2, with number 1 usually being, like, Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. But anyway, let's just continue. Okay, rumble, on. Okay. Dolby. Why not? Menu option. Okay, Dolby Pro Logic. Okay, sounds good. Anyway, also another thing that was kind of criticized was Well, one of the things that was advertised for this game was multiple endings. But however, apparently maybe how it was handled is what people didn't like because, well, I'll explain later how they're handled. But anyway, let's begin. I could do select, but as you can see, nothing was unlocked. Right here is the sorry. But anyway, we unlock stages and such in story mode, which would make sense. But as such, let's begin. As you can see, there's new continuing library. You start a story from the very beginning, you continue from where you left off. In library, I'll explain soon enough. But for now, let us begin.
Shadow the Hedgehog. Why does that name haunt me? It's the only thing I can remember. And that gruesome image. Maria! Who am I? And why can't I remember anything?
I turned up the,
Who is this Maria?
I turned up the volume a little, sorry, it was still a little toned down. My bad.
Look how pathetic they are. I don't have time for these humans.
As you can see, the day of reckoning will soon be here. Find the 7 Chaos Emeralds and bring them to me as promised.
Huh? Who are you and how do you know I'm Shadow? And what are you talking about? Just what was that all about? If he says he knows the truth about who I am, then like it or not, I have to believe him. The only way I'm gonna get the secrets to my past is to get those Chaos Emeralds.
I should have also mentioned, this is also the first Sonic game to utilize the new 4Kids actors. Voice actors, I should say. Also, you might have noticed there was a bit of out-of-place lip-syncing. That was one of the instances of Shadow saying hell, actually.
Promise time. Time to go and fulfill this promise.
Man, the component cable things look good. Going up. Anyway, as you could have seen what that green pad was, that's a warp pad. If you, there are multiple ones of them throughout the stage. If you activate one by standing on it, you make it available to use when you stand on it, and press the X button press the X button while on it, and then it'll give you a prompt to give you which warp pad you want to go to. You press A on that particular warp pad, and you will be warped. It's usually a case when I usually would use it if I were to, like, be at the end of the stage and need to go back to a previous segment. And as you can see, this game introduces a morality system. I'll show later.
The B button lets me attack. The X...
Hey, Shadow. Long time no see. Looks like these black creatures really mean business. Let's show them a finger. Don't touch the red fruit.
Anyway. Oh, sorry.
The number of enemies is the upper right-hand corner of the screen. Let's go get them all.
Anyway, as you may have noticed, a bit of a bar comes up after you do it. Let me explain a few things I want to explain right now. I might as well. If you're doing a hero mission and you want to intend to do a hero mission, then I would suggest doing so. Because if you don't, if you're like doing both like a lot of bad things and you complete a hero mission, like if you're
There should be.
Let's show the black creatures that we mean business.
anyway, if you do the evil missions, I mean, if you're like doing a lot of bad things and you intend to do the good mission, you're gonna get a bad score because, yeah, the developers, they kind of would have seen that. So what they did was, if they basically subtract any good score, any amount of good score you earned will be subtracted by amount of bad score. So if you completed a good mission, and vice versa. As for normal missions, they only take time and rings, so I just suggest getting to the goal ring, and that's usually what they are. Typically, is just getting to the goal ring. So I would just suggest getting to it as fast as you can. And story route. Hero missions generally take you downwards, normal generally take you straight forward, and evil will take, and I mean dark, my bad, will take you upwards. So basically, if you're doing a good mission, stick to good and do as little as evil as possible. Evil things such are usually doing the opposite of the good, and also destroying any destructible terrain that's your fault. Like, if you destroy the destructible terrain, it'll count towards your evil. But if, like, some giant death beams destroy things, it does not count because it wasn't you. Alright, and you might have noticed the key symbol. Before I forget, if you notice in the upper right and left corners of the screen, there's a little bar. Each bar, if you fill it up enough, it'll allow Shadow, or if you collect a giant glowing orb of the respective color, it will fill up Shadow's meter completely, allowing him to do chaos control, which propels him very fast and furious throughout the stage. It damages any enemy that Shadow is near, but not by much. But you'll be flying throughout the stage very quickly, whereas the upper left hand is called Chaos Blast. It's a highly destructive, it does a lot of damage, but it has no mobility whatsoever. So yeah, no mobility whatsoever, but it is very destructive. And last but not least, I would like to explain, I should mention that, needless to say, time is very important, regardless of it's a normal mission or not. So keep that in mind. Time is important, so I wouldn't recommend taking 10 minutes. Except for one mission in particular, but I'll get to that soon enough. At some point, anyway. And, last but not least, also interesting...
There should be a Chaos Emerald somewhere in this city.
As you have noticed, I changed...
Let's show the black creatures that we mean business.
As you may have noticed, I got rid of Sonic there for a moment. That is because, well, even though, let me be crystal clear here. You can have these guys here as long as you want, but they don't change the overall outcome of the mission. It's basically whatever mission you complete. Like, for example, they want you to defeat the black creatures. If you defeat all the black creatures, you will automatically clear the mission and such be taken downwards respectively. But even still, you don't need Sonic here, or Black Doom, as we'll see, to do that. You can just have it on normal and have Shadow when on normal, Shadow's essentially saying all the hints. You'll hear his commentary. Also, an attention to detail is if you're like, for example, attacking the humans and you're like Sonic, who is against attacking the humans, he'll say, "Hey, don't do that." Likewise with Black Doom, who will say, "You," which will be a similar "don't do that" or something like that. And of course, they'll also praise you if you're like, "Hey, you're doing great destroying those black creatures." Sonic will say something like that. And likewise with Black Doom. With Shadow, he'll say nothing really, as he's defeating enemies. Anyway, last but not least is the keys. The keys aren't super important, but they carry over from Sonic. Well, carrying over from Sonic Heroes are the keys. They look pretty much the same as from Sonic Heroes, not to mention that this game is made on the same engine as Sonic Heroes, the renderware engine. But unlike Sonic Heroes, these keys serve a purpose. You see, every stage has a secret door and 5 keys. You collect the 5 keys to open a secret door. Secret doors will range from alternate paths to just hidden goodies. So, it's not necessary, but it certainly never hurts to try. Anyway, continue with the action.
Come on! Press the A button again while jumping to hit enemies using the homing attack. They don't give up!
Also,
Hey, Shadow! That's one of the Chaos Emeralds! With that Chaos Emerald, you can unlock unlimited power!
Also, an interesting note I should point out is that you can actually do multiplayer, even though you can do multiplayer, there's a 2-player mode, you can also do multiplayer on the PS2 and GameCube versions of this game during story mode, actually, with, like, the hero characters. I believe you cannot do it with Black Doom, just with certain hero characters. Just with most of the hero characters. But, for some reason, it wasn't introduced in the Xbox version, for some reason. But anyway. Doom's Eye. Doom's Eye does nothing to help you with defeating enemies, but it just floats around. I might say a lazy eye. But anyway.
There should be a Chaos Emerald somewhere in this city.
But yeah, needless to say, if Shadow touches like a human or a black creature or any other enemy, but if Shadow touches any sort of enemy, like, you can intend to side yourself with any alliance you want in this game, but that's not going to change them from wanting to hurt you or anything. So if you're like still intending to do a good mission, and you touch a human or such, Shadow will get hurt. But an interesting mechanic for this game, I think starting with this game in the Sonic series, is that every time Shadow gets hurt, instead of losing all the rings he has on him, he just loses 10 rings. I don't know why they added that mechanic, but hey, I'm not complaining. It's kind of neat. I guess it makes Shadow look like he has some form of endurance, whereas previously, if you have rings, any amount of rings, and you don't have any bubble of a sort to protect you, you will lose essentially all your rings and be limited to just 20, or at least that in the Sonic Adventure games, or at least Sonic Adventure 2 that I know of.
With good and evil deeds, my blue and red gauges fill up, giving me ultimate powers.
I need to learn to get control of this camera. I cannot change the camera options.
There should be a Chaos Emerald somewhere in this city. I'm sensing an intense aura coming from that glow.
Oops.
I can swap the weapon by using the X-Men.
So there's our taste of,
What the heck is
Chaos Blast.
Chaos Blast!
Press the Y button to use. So yeah, you don't necessarily have to do good and evil to fill up the gauge, but that's usually the thing to level up the gauge is doing good and evil deeds. Like if you're doing enough good, it'll fill up the chaos gauge. If you do enough evil, it'll fill up the dark gauge. Those orbs, while you can use them and they're put in interesting areas, they are not necessary. They're just there in case you feel like you want to increase your bar instantly. That's what they do. And I forgot if I mentioned this. I don't think I mentioned this before, actually. You cannot, fill both up at the same time. Like, you've noticed during that Dark Gauge with Chaos Blast, while I was destroying some black creatures, while some of the score may have increased, it did not increase the gauge. So it's not like you're going to do some Chaos Blast, Chaos Control combo, although I can imagine how that would be and it would look actually rather neat, but whatever. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense if you think about it. So they don't want to have some code breaking thing or something in this game. Code breaking thing. They want to keep it fair. They want to keep it more standardized. I don't know what to say. Just, you know what I mean. They want to keep it... I guess they just don't want to mix the two together and create something awesome, or maybe that's not it. They probably would have thought that would be awesome, but it wouldn't make sense, especially if you want to, do good, you want to stick with good. Chaos Blast, while it's neat, it can destroy everything in the vicinity and rack up some dark points, so that's probably why.
Man, no matter how many, they just keep coming! Shadow, give me a... If either the blue or red gauge is filled up, press the Y button to use one of your special moves. Power of Justice lets you use the teleport using Chaos Control. Fueled by Evil, though, you'll be able to use the destructive Chaos Blast.
I was running along walls. I'll explain that mechanic later. Also, if you're destroying anything that's black creature related, generally speaking, that will raise the Chaos Control gauge. But I should mention that just because the gauge is full doesn't mean you have to necessarily use it. Although, an interesting note, though, is even though you don't have to use it, regardless of which gauge you fill up, you will be invincible. That means anything that can hurt you, except instant death, of course, won't hurt and or kill you. And you'll also have unlimited ammo for some reason. So that's neat. So you don't have to utilize the powers necessarily, but the powers are useful if in case you want to use them.
Yes! Awesome! Fine!
Key! Woo! Ouch.
Halfway there! Keep up, Shadow!
Behold the ultimate power!
See? Whoops. Sorry.
Take off,
I think in the uncensored version, I think Sonic would have said pissed off gun. That's probably one of the... I don't know that for certain. I think I've just read that somewhere. But that's probably one of the more better examples of censoring out, I should say, lessening down the uses of profanity. So there's that.
There must be some kind of device that will open up this cage.
Yeah, if you basically switches, if you touch them, they'll activate.
Yeah, smash them up!
Yeah, as you can see, Sonic encourages this. There's a key button, I'm not getting it yet. Yeah, if you press the B button while in the air and have a gun, you'll be doing an air attack, which will basically, Shadow will be using his air shoes to fly in the air. To hover in the air. Technically, he never uses it to fly in this game, but at the very least, he hovers in the air. So if you press the shoot button while in the air, during like the apex, like during when you're ascending with a jump, Shadow will do that. Yep. Anyway.
Pressing the X button while about to save will teleport you to other save points you found.
Yep, there's Sonic explaining the thing. Do this!
Press the X button to grab hold of the bottom. Lift it up. You can change your mission character at any time by going to the pause menu.
Yeah, that, like what I just explained.
Looking at that fire will increase your hero gauge a bit. So put the fire out and try attacking nearby.
If you get hurt while trying to put out, if you get hurt but you put out the fire anyway, that will actually not increase your hero gauge. You have to like slide or spin dash into it.
Take this! When you pick up a special weapon, you'll be able to use containers to hold them.
Special weapons are unlocked after you complete. Every time you complete another unique ending, Shadow will, I believe another unique ending anyway, Shadow will unlock a new, either a new weapon or an increase on that weapon.
Press the X button to use your light dash skills for new rings.
I had no idea they were skills. Usually in Sonic Adventure 2 and in Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, you needed an item for your shoes, but I guess it just became standard ever since. Oh, and yeah, every time you pause and unpause the game while a character is talking, that's actually cutting them off for some reason. I don't know why they did that. Oh, and yeah, just like regular Sonic, every time you encounter a checkpoint of sorts with a specific amount of rings, how many rings you have that corresponds to the particular reward, Shadow will get.
Behold the ultimate power!
5 keys to open that door. Better go find them. Hop on and go for a ride. Use the A button to accelerate. Steer using the control stick. Just a few more. Give it your best shot.
This power feels like that.
The entire city's on fire!
Just running into things.
Most of the citizens have been evacuated.
A vehicle is usually most helpful when you have a weapon on you. Otherwise, you're just running them over. Also, every vehicle can only sustain a certain amount of damage, so it's not like you can just run into everything and it'll be alright. No, they can only sustain a certain amount of damage, so keep that in mind. Don't run into things.
I repeat, this is not a drill! Just what are these black creatures?
Whoa!
Not bad! I repeat, this is not a drill! Yeah, smash them up! Hey, Shadow! There are still some black creatures left to take out!
If I grab that gold ring now, that'll instantly treat it as if I did the normal.
There should be a Chaos Emerald somewhere in this city.
Anyway, if I were to grab that Chaos Emerald now, it would treat it as if I did the normal mission. So, yeah, I can have, like, the good or bad on anytime I want, or I can be normal but do good missions, but really, and bad missions, but really it depends on which mission I complete. It doesn't depend on if these character assistants are here or not. It just matters which mission you cleared. Ah, jeez. Why'd they put the key there? Especially with damaging chopper blades. Damaging chopper blades!
Decided to pay us another visit. Let's show them a good time.
Oh dear. I need to start over. Yeah, great start, guys.
Promise time. It's time to go and fulfill this promise.
Anyway, time to get to the main point.
Lets me attack. The X button.
Hey, Shadow. Long time no see. Black people really mean business. Let's you and me show them the finger. The number of enemies defeated is in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. Press the A button again while jumping to hit enemies using the homing attack. Look out! Hey,
Whoops.
Shadow! It's one of the Chaos Emeralds!
Yes, you noticed that. He was all like, don't do that!
There should be a Chaos Emerald somewhere in the...
Let's show the black creatures that we mean business. Defeating the black creatures will make your blue gauge fill up and let you use your superpowers.
Death to all who oppose me!
Why is Sonic doing?
Yeah, smash them up! To swap your weapon for another weapon that's on the ground, just press the X button. I better be caught up with those things.
Which is why Shadow's wielding the weapon and not Sonic. Whoops.
Hey, not bad! Check out what's around you by moving the seesaw. Laser strikes cause explosions, so stay clear of them, too. Yeah, smash them up! If I was blue or red is filled up, press the Y button to use one of your special moves. The power of justice lets you use a teleport using chaos control. If you're fueled by evil, you're able to use the destruction of chaos blast.
Behold the ultimate power!
Start over from there and get thrashed. Stay back! Let's run along that fallen cliff. The homing attacks on those robots is the only way past.
Not necessarily, but whatever.
I wonder where they're going. Hey, red fruits all over the place. Let's smash them all up. Watch out for the lasers coming from above. Woo! Pressing the X button while atop a save point will teleport you to other save points you've touched. Press the X button to grab hold of the bottom, and then you can change your mission
Oh. Oops. Sorry.
That fire will increase your hero range a bit. To put the fire out, try attacking nearby. Press the X button to use your light dash skills to near games. I don't know who or what these black creatures are, but you can't let them get away with this.
Behold the ultimate power!
The entire city's on fire! I can't get alive!
If you're, by the way, shooting before you jump, that's what will happen. You'll be shooting while jumping, basically. While regular jumping, that is.
In a vacuum. I feel so sorry. Man, what the heck is HQ doing? Just what are these black creatures?
Just do. I find it funny that even Sonic can get hurt by the humans, even though he's on their side, clearly. Even though he's clearly on their side.
Hey, Shadow! There are still some black creatures left to take out!
Whee!
Those monsters are out of control!
Do I have to destroy that thing? Oh, there goes my ammo.
Looks like our guests have decided to pay us another visit. Let's show them.
Ow.
There's just one. Use this and go back. That's all of them.
And that's like that. Defeat. And that's an example. And you'll also, like, clear...
Disgusting black creatures. Get out of my sight.
I might as well explain this. The first run is going to be all heroes. Probably should mention that. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Yeah, also the color-coded system returns. As, like, how it was in Sonic Adventure 2. Like, all the B's will be red and the A's will be pink. In Sonic Heroes, the A's were red and the B's were orange, but the rest were the same as in Sonic Adventure 2.
The Black Aliens have hit 6 major cities around the world, and every city is reporting significant damage and casualties. Among them, Westopolis has received the heaviest casualties due to its weakened defense system. Downtown Westopolis has been almost completely destroyed. Unconfirmed sources have also reported seeing a black hedgehog in Westopolis.
Shadow? Deploy the troops now! And if you find Shadow with the black aliens, then kill them all.
But sir, isn't Shadow on our
I
side?
gave you an order, soldier. He's evil and he's the enemy.
This cutscene plays
You
regardless.
can't fool me, Shadow. This time, you're mine.
I believe this cutscene plays regardless of good or bad or normal, really. But the next one will be certainly good. Quick loading. And... that was fast.
Now that was sweet, Shadow.
Yeah. Well, I'm not here to save you.
Thought you might say something like that. How about a little friendly competition?
Don't waste my time.
We found the 3rd Chaos Emerald in this city. Our mission here is done. Now get going.
Guess that means welcome to the next level. Let's go!
Get back here.
As soon as Jason Griffith is done talking with himself, because yeah, he's essentially at this point in the Sonic video games. Although he voiced Sonic previously in the 4Kids adaptation of localization of Sonic X in 2003.
I just got...
this was like I mentioned previously, this was the very first Sonic video game to feature the 4 kids voice actors. As technically they've started voicing Sonic and Friends in the 4 Kids' take on Sonic X in 2003, but this is when they also started doing the same year, like when Sonic Heroes was released, and a few more Sonic games were released then in like 2004. I think a few were just Game Boy Advance games, but anyway, they were Game Boy Advance games, at least largely, but anyway, sorry, I'm just thirsty. Anyway, but this is like mentioned previously, this was the very first Sonic game to feature the 4 Kids voice cast. Anyway, continue. And, like again, good will take you, or in this case it'll take you straight, technically speaking, but since there's no normal mission, if you do the evil, which is essentially, in this case, get to the end of the stage and get the Chaos Emerald.
Smash their tank!
Withdraw from the city.
I will talk like Darth Vader. I am ripping them off.
Smash their tank!
That was brief. Anyway, I don't know if they thought, hey, Darth Vader sounds like a good voice. Let's rip him off. Okay, maybe I shouldn't say rip him off, because that's a bit of a negative connotation, but let's base him off of Darth Vader. That's a lot more nice. I was pressing A. I have to press the start button. My bad.
Shadow, my soldiers have already secured this city means nothing.
Shadow, where have you been, Slowpoke? Looks like the black creatures have turned tail and ran.
I find it funny Sonic defeated that guy.
Swap your weapon for another weapon that's on the ground. Don't waste time shooting at the black creatures with shields. Take them out using homing attacks.
Yeah, anytime you see an enemy with a shield, you use a homing attack. To at least remove the shield.
Swap your weapon for another weapon that's on the ground. Just press the X button. Personally, I wouldn't be caught dead using those things.
Just want to hear it.
The black creatures with shields. Take them out using homing attacks.
My OCD gets the best of me.
I just gotta keep moving.
Shadow, my soldiers have secured the emerald. This city is nothing to us now.
Shadow, where have you been, Slowpoke? Looks like the black creatures have turned tail and ran. Let's follow their vehicle and finish what we started.
I need to start over again. I get a lot of lives and still beating this. I'm not even gonna collect this thing.
My soldiers have already secured.
Shadow, where have you been, Slowpoke? Looks like the black creatures have turned tail and ran. Let's follow their vehicle and finish what we started. Yeah, smash them up! There it is. That's their lead tank. Look out! That's not one of the black creatures. Hey, not bad. The tank's barrier seems to be deflecting bullets.
Essentially, what they want you to do with this mission is essentially hurt it enough until it has no more. Essentially, just keep attacking it. That's the most simplistic I can tell you. Keep attacking it until it breaks. That is.
Watch out, Shadow! Sections of the roadway are being destroyed by those black creatures' burns!
Don't worry, not all of them are... Don't worry, they're not instant death pits. They just put you at lower areas. Going down.
Why is Stern after us now? Shadow, what did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Just jump as high as you can and hold on to the end.
Don't hurt me.
Gun forces are taking an air to throw this at someone. Their wounds are instantly healed.
It basically heals like this.
Forward. I'm in your debt. Hey, not bad. Spin on top of that red slime by pressing the X button. Spin on.
And just like Sonic Heroes, the helper character appears out of nowhere despite even at times you can get ahead of them very much. Okay, nothing. The camera is inverted or something.
By the blue or red button, spin up. Press the Y button to use one of your special moves. The power of justice lets you use the teleport using chaos. Hey, watch out! Those red bullets are poisonous. Man, I thought we lost it, but I think we can still catch up. Let's go! Yo, try going down there. Those robots can stir up monsters. Jump over them and get out of the way.
I'll take this.
Hop on and go for a ride, Shadow. Woo! Shadow, try grabbing onto that horizontal bar.
Or just going through. Fine, I'll take this. Let's go. Hot rod. Hot wheel. Not a very durable car.
Yeah, smash him up.
I really hate the lack of stuff. Especially lack of a weapon.
Don't let them out of the city alive.
Sorry, I needed your weapon. Let's do that thing.
This is the ultimate power.
Damage to it. Should be able to get through.
Yeah.
Yes, we did it!
Sonic, are you okay? Anyway, I just want to keep playing.
I won't allow them to do what they want to anymore.
Anyway, hero score. I think normal score helps. Those sexy pink A's.
Perfect.
Those sexy hot pink A's. They returned from Sonic Adventure 2. For some reason in Sonic Heroes, the A's were red like how a B was in Sonic Adventure 2, and the B's were orange, and yet this was reverted back the same in this game for some reason.
Hand over that Chaos Emerald, or else.
So, think you have a chance against me, do you?
Look, I don't take orders, especially from you. But I'm not here to fight you either. I'm collecting the emeralds to find my own answers, so why don't you just back off?
You still don't know your place, do you? Black Bull, I summon you! Behold, the wrath of Black Arms!
Woohoo! Now we're talking! Bring it on!
Sonic, always ready for a fight.
Come, Black Bull, burn this entire city and its inhabitants to heaven!
Check you out, big guy! Let's have some fun!
Anyway, we're dealing with our first mini-boss. Depending on which stage you end up entering, also, regardless if we did Black Doom's mission or Sonic's mission, we'd still be finishing, we'd still be fighting this boss, so make note of that. In fact, it really matters every time you end up in this stage. Some stages have their own mini-boss, but the mini-bosses are relatively easy to deal with, really, but then again, mini-bosses aren't supposed to be the hardest thing in the world, to be fair, so there's that. But certain stages have mini-bosses. Not all stages have mini-bosses, so make note of that.
That's it! It's working! The eye is its weak point! That monster can spit out those little red creatures. Use its little pets against it.
This is what I like to do. Okay, be careful when you're standing there.
Nice job, Shadow.
Ow.
Yeah! You'll kick this thing's back. Its body seems immune to most attacks. We need to find out its weak spot. Hey, not bad.
Do ya?
It's not dead yet. Keep going.
I'm invincible. I don't care for this. Oh.
Nice job, Shadow. You can use your homing attack to attack repeatedly in the air.
And that's arguably one of the best ways to deal with that boss.
Out of my way, alien monster.
Still as good as I remember. Don't remember the camera.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about the camera, and it's not horrible. But I guess it could get some used to, I will admit. This loading time is oddly fast, really. No one really talks about the loading times here.
Mr. President, we've received a report from the Central Information Agency. Our ground troops have successfully pushed back the black aliens from Westopolis. We've also managed to suppress enemy forces in 5 other cities. There's also reports that the CIA's mainframe has been compromised. We're investigating the incidents now. It is a strong possibility that this was also committed by the black aliens.
Tell the commanding generals that the United Federation will never surrender to terrorists.
Yes, Mr. President.
This planet was once saved from tyranny and annihilation by you 2 heroes. Now mankind must protect this peace at all costs. We must stand united to defend our world against these invaders.
I'm guessing that picture was taken shortly after Sonic Heroes, because anywhere else at that point might have not made sense. Anyway, State Street, Circus Park.
Where's that damn 4th Chaos Emerald?
The most cited example of dam in this game. Arguably.
Isn't that Tails?
Oddly, he knows his name.
Look at that! It's Eggman's theme park! He made it out of the rings he's taken from around the world. I've got to get those rings back.
A Chaos Emerald.
How did he crash?
This is just too easy. Guess it's my lucky day.
How did Shadow know Tails' nickname? Name, for that matter? Because to my knowledge, I don't think Shadow does does see Tails, but I don't think it's like I don't think Shadow ever was in the vicinity of Tails or heard Tails' name in the vicinity and in addressing Tails ever. So I don't know how he knows his name per se, but it's kind of weird because they never directly seem to meet up. I mean, they see each other, but it's not like they said, hey, it's not like at one point Tails' name was introduced to Shadow while addressing this particular character who is Tails, but whatever. Lances. Hello, Lance.
Hey, Shadow! Look at this! Eggman's collected rings from all around the world and has built this theme park. What do you say? How about the two of us take all these rings back? That's it, Shadow! Keep grabbing them!
The faster you go into one of those, the higher you bounce.
Eggman's robot is going to crush you with that ball! Destroy that part first! Get going, Shadow!
Oh. Oddly enough, one of the weapons in this game is a sword. Yeah. Or at least something that can be used as a sword.
After you touch a save point, you can start over from there if you mess up. This is a shooting gallery. Hit the crime display to release the balloons. By shooting down enough balloons, you can get a bunch of rings.
Just make it to green all the way and it'll be built fine. Hold the R button to strength.
If you take damage, you'll lose some rings, so watch out!
Oh, Shadow, there you are!
Oh, hello,
Gungeeks
Dr.
are trying to
Eggman.
demolish my lovely farm. Do me a favor and get rid of the soldiers for me, will you?
Oddly enough, destroying that paper mache, or I'm assuming it's paper mache, Eggman thing, it actually boosts up the
Let's take back all of the stolen ones.
it actually boosts up the evil, not the good for some reason. I really hate that it cuts them off.
We're using a series of homing attacks.
Don't destroy my marvelous robot balancing ball, Shadow. You'll ruin his fun little act.
You aren't even here. Woo.
You can shift the coaster to the left or right a little bit while it's moving.
A little bit's an understatement. A bit.
Ah, I'm getting dizzy! Yeah!
It says we, not yeah, although whatever.
That's a special weapon container.
Damn it.
This container is for unlocking special weapons.
Thank goodness you can homing attack that.
The emerald must have fallen somewhere nearby. I can use that turret. The X button lets me get in and out, and the B button to fire.
This is not one of the better shooting sections. It is not. The turret's powerful, but kind of not the best. Kind of not the best.
It looks like how that fire will net me some rings. I can slide along this rope and make it to the other side.
They actually kind of improved the grinding from Sonic 0 now. Don't shoot me. I'm helping you out.
I can use this to get across. I can use the high-speed light dash by pressing the X button near rings.
Behold the ultimate power!
Give me that key.
That spring up ahead. If I can hit the target in the center, I can probably jump even higher.
Or like this. Sorry, didn't mean to shoot you, good sir. Or I got you out. Well, I touched you out of the way. Out of the way.
It looks like I can get up here by jumping back and forth between the walls.
Just checking.
I can use this pole to climb down.
Sorry.
I can't carry all of these rings by myself. Help me gather them all up, Shadow. Grab that bomb and then toss it back before it explodes. For this shooting game, yellow balloons are worth twice as much as the red one. But shooting the ones with Eggman on them will take away points. So don't look! There's another shooting gallery board.
I think that's the case in everyone, perhaps. Dude.
10 rings left! Be careful!
I'm just shooting one. How am I missing everything?
Hey, Shadow, try using that!
Whatever. It's supposed to... Oh, I shouldn't have altered the camera like that.
That turret is so cool! That's all of them!
That's technically not all of them, but... they offered some leeway, so can't complain.
Sorry, Doctor. I got no time for games.
Eesh. Booyah!
Perfect.
And they offer some leeway, which is nice. Honestly, it's not... At least for me, it wasn't hard because I played this game a fair amount, actually. No one compliments the loading times of this game. They're fairly fast, actually.
Commander! Comm Sector B3 are reporting that the black aliens have successfully been driven out of Westopolis. We've contained them in the forest, and they're completely cut off from the rest of their support.
Well done, Captain. What about Shadow?
Sir, we think Shadow escaped into the forest with the black aliens.
Alert all field commanders in Sector B. I'm authorizing full use of all tactical weapons. I want both black aliens and Shadow stopped and buried. Failure is not an option.
Yes, sir.
It's over, Shadow. You'll finally be exposed and eradicated for the evil that you are.
Technically, I've been doing nothing but good. I think this is actually a cutscene unique. Yeah, because you have to do... Only Tails' mission gets you here in story mode. Anyway, stage 4, Death Ruins. Some of these stages are actually rather neat, actually, in this game. Whoa!
Hey, Shadow. Gun has driven the black aliens into this jungle. Do you want to join me in helping Gun round up the monster?
Sure, I'll help you, Rose. Do-do-do. Ow. Stop killing. Standing there is not helping.
I saw some of the black.
Shadow, our surface operations are already complete. We must get out of this forest now. There's no time to waste.
And some people complained about Sonic Adventure 2 cutting each other off. Seriously, there's a lot of cutting off in this game, especially if you're moving really fast and just blazing through the stage. Like, you can cut off a lot of dialogue. And some people complain about this in Sonic Adventure 2. Jeez, they must not have seen of this, because you can cut off a lot of dialogue. I mean, granted, cutscene-wise, they're not cutting off the dialogue, but in-game-wise, yeah, there's kind of you'll get your fair share for certain, or very likely, at least.
Shoot him!
Eliminate the black alien.
I think there was supposed to be a prompt here. Oh well.
Eliminate the remaining forces. This is point over. There he is!
Don't hurt me. I mean, they were told to hurt me, but still. Well, I would imagine destroying trees also
Rubber-like plant growing.
improves evil.
The black aliens are crawling all over. Take them out as you slide.
Alpha Team respond. Freeze! Ah! Don't let him get away!
Gun has this area well defended. These ruins are a fine discovery. These creatures right here. There are aliens down on the ledge below. Shadow, can you jump down there?
Sure.
Not bad.
This'll just take 3 seconds.
Not the best camera system, but I can work with it. Up, up, and away! Up, right up, right up, right in!
There's still more to go. Don't get overconfident.
Yeah, you can jump prematurely off of these things.
I think this is terrific, but it's actually amazing. I can't believe it's still working. Things on the ground are quick moving. Expert.
No!
That's why they call you the ultimate life.
Thank goodness at least the heroes aren't lazy, at least most of them.
I knew I could count on you.
What? I heard something. You can press the R button to strafe. You can press the R button to strafe, and which basically, which a lot of third-person shooters have, is the ability to strafe. It's useful, but I don't personally use that much. I like the neat little attention where it's like, if Shadow's running and you strafe all of a sudden, his shoes will still be lit up, but if he stops... yeah, his shoes stop being lit up, which makes sense. But still, I like that his shoes are lit up and he's just moving around normally. So, and not like ice skating or rollerblading, or you get what I mean. Ah! Don't want to hurt you.
So, that should be
Going up here. I'll just go down here.
0.04.
I think those red globs are the remains of the black creature's blood. Not bad.
Watch out for the spiked rocks. Yes, sir. We're free. Stay back.
I'm just gonna check out what's here. I'll just go down here.
Forward all information on those black aliens.
Because, yeah, there's something.
I don't know what they are, but those red globs seem to be. Destroy them. There are still a few stragglers. Keep it up.
Oh yeah, and if you're sliding and press the A button, you'll do a backwards somersault move. I think it's what it's called. Maybe I'll check the manual.
Behold the ultimate power!
A massive. Make sure you get the ones that are most hit. Hang on to the bar and take out the aliens as you climb down.
Shoot everything.
Hey, they're on our side.
Hey, didn't mean to shoot them.
It's a terrorist. Get them. One more. One more.
One thing I don't like about these missions, if you pass through them by one... oh no. I may have passed by one. Gee.
They're still.
This is what I don't like about some of these missions. You miss one and you have to start over. It's so annoying.
Hey Shadow, Gun has driven the black aliens into this jungle. Do you want to join me in helping Gun round up the last of them? Yes, that's why they call you the ultimate life. Eliminate the black aliens. They're under attack. We've got to support them.
Men, forgive me.
Let's show them what we're...
Look out for that plant. Their attacks are fire. Some kind of alien organism.
Yes, sir. We are completely certain. Roger. Resuming operation. This'll just take 3. Incoming!
Not bad.
Going through.
That rubber-like plant growing there looks empty. The black aliens are crawling all over the place. Take them out as you slip.
This is for my friend. Get him!
Oh dear. Get back there. Yeah, it's alternate path.
Hold the line, man! Get him!
There's still more to go. Don't get overconfident.
Behold the ultimate power!
Going up. Got go at plan. Yeah. Going. Oh.
I think this is a river, but it's actually an ancient canal. Looks like you're halfway there. Stay focused.
Yeah, no matter how you defeat the humans, they'll be defeated like either on the stomach or on the back.
Engaging the black aliens in forest area. Come here!
Was I trying to push? I knocked him back. He didn't work. Nice that you still keep your key, right? When you
red
collect
blobs are
it,
the
I guess.
remains of the black creature's feathers. That's why they call you the ultimate life.
Going up.
Black Hedgehog sighted. Come here! Take this!
Damaging shield.
Don't know what they are, but there are still a few stragglers. Keep it up.
Damn it.
Oh.
Behold the ultimate power!
A massive impact. Take the stone wall out. Make sure you get the ones that live in. Hang on to the bar and take out the aliens and climb down.
Okay, jump.
It's a terrorist. Get them.
Oh.
One more. That's all of them.
At least they put the enemies you need to defeat in reasonable locations.
I won't let you get away with trying to invade this planet.
Booyah!
Perfect.
That's the only time he ever says anything, is when he gets an A to my knowledge, because anything lower, he just doesn't say anything. I wonder why.
Having a little trouble with those gun agents, are we?
What a pitiful bunch.
What'd you say?
We're not here to exterminate these poor creatures. On the contrary.
What? What is he talking about?
What are you saying?
All will be revealed tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Shadow, you should rest. You need to be ready for tomorrow's ritual.
You scum! You're going down!
Show these fools your true strength.
At least how we're handling this at least how we're handling Black Bull, or at least in this case, this Black Bull, because we kind of defeated the previous one, but anyway, in this case, it's going to be handled a bit differently, but in a sense, easier.
You need to climb up that island. Stand anything to finish. It looks like the eyes are...
Thank you, Ruth. Thank you, Ruth.
What's the matter with you? Stay focused. Did it.
Relatively easy, really. Once you get a gun and plenty of ammo, it's easy.
There's no way you can stop me.
Booyah, you can't stop me. Booyah.
Perfect.
Just racking up the A's, oh yeah.
What's up, Shadow?
Not you again.
Nice to see you too. Looks like those black creatures are headed out to space. We're on our way to the Ark, so I guess that means we're going too.
Ark.
Come on, let's roll. Next stop, the Ark.
Chaos Emerald? You've got to be kidding me, guys. This is like taking candy from a baby, which is fine by me.
You'd be alright from taking candy from babies? Really? Be alright taking candy from babies? Not you again. Arguably cited as probably being one of the funniest lines in this game. Arguably.
Shadow, help me!
Maria?
Please, Shadow, I need your help. My grandfather's experiments. Something's gone horribly wrong.
What is it?
The research lab. It's going to be destroyed. Something must be done. Please.
Shadow, I beg you, help Grandfather and those aboard the Ark, please!
I'll be there, Maria. I swear. Whatever it takes. I'll take care of the Ark and the Professor.
So yeah, we've already gotten our next emerald before the event even started. But we still have a stage to do. Lost Impact. Interesting.
Shadow, this way. The experimental monsters are in here. They're on a rampage. Please, you're the only one who can protect the Ark.
I do remember this particular mission, the hero mission of this stage being kind of annoying. This, in my opinion, this might be the most, to an extent, this is the most annoying hero mission of this game because it's very long. And you could get lost easily, you'll see.
I'm worried about the Professor's safety.
Stop the experimental monsters!
Yep, and you'll see. Oh, now the A button works. Fly!
Those liquid creatures are the experiment byproducts. Shadow, there are more out there in the colony, so please be careful. Can you get underneath here by sliding?
Or just spin dashing.
This armed platform is called the gunman. Press the S button to get off.
The experiments are...
I think we should just leave this place together.
I'll just take these. These are actually going to be rather useful. But yeah, even though they're not our enemies and they won't have the intent to attack Shadow in this mission, they can still hurt Shadow if we touch him. If we touch him. Like so. Like so. See? No more Shadow. No, I'm the green. This is a
Shadow, don't get too close to the experiment. It'll get very, very violent and attack in its arms. The guns have been taken down by the research experiment. The experiment must have been developed as weapons.
Engaging mutated experiments at point 0504.
just seeing.
That's a bomb. Please be careful when it explodes. The experiment arms can thrust out and pierce things. Look out and be careful.
Hold your position!
Gun lift.
The gun is useless in everything How did all of this happen?
You can also hold the A button to go faster.
More artificial chaos. Shadow, you have to protect the Ark. Good job, Shadow. The experiment's weak point is its head. That's where the smaller creatures are spawning from. I hope those defensive robots will be able to stop the invaders.
I'll be fine.
The A button will make the lift accelerate. The B button fires, and the X button lets you jump off.
special chaos is out of control! Thank you! The research here is supposed to be for the betterment of mankind. Why are these awful monsters here? I just saw one of the research experiments up above.
They have a shadow.
They're like demons! Engaging mutated experiments at .0504.
Come on, I got that. Nothing.
I can't believe it. Grandfather's experiments out of control like this? Do you think we should just leave this place to them?
I think there might be some keys. Because this
Bravo
place is
team,
not
respond!
easy. This place is not easy to find keys. At times. At times. Oh, let's try the other. Whee! Oh, there's a key. Didn't mean to do that. Going down.
What should we do? Which way do we go?
HQ, come in!
All these brave people.
Well, I could have done that, but whatever.
Isn't this place huge? Even I still get lost in here sometimes. Those soldiers will be okay. Let's help them out. Do you think we should just leave this place to them? Shadow, are you alright? I think half of them are left.
I gotta go back.
Commencing attack plan A. Hey, answer me!
What's the point of this? Just checking. Yeah, I figured.
You can use that experiment to bounce off it using your homing attacks, but it's very dangerous.
I'd rather do this.
It looks like you can carry this bomb along with you.
I'd rather do the triangle jump. Ring. I'm not gonna get the time.
Mutated experiments at .0504.
Sorry. He's fine.
These guys are monsters! They don't give up!
No. Not that.
This is a special corridor for the gunmen. Be careful not to fall.
monsters!
Thought there was a bomb in the wall here. Should be more trees around here. Just saying. I didn't want to go there. Okay, let's try this again. Thought there would have been a key up here. Or maybe there's somewhere else. Going fast.
Know this could all happen? Watch the shadows. Research experiments might be hiding in them.
Yeah. Like that. Yeah, like that.
Good job, Shadow.
Also, for some reason, while you're in a vehicle and you reach the point where you activate your superpower, it will yeah, for some reason. Like that.
Behold the ultimate power!
Going up. Alright. Oh my. Oh, for a second I thought it disappeared. No, I'm just so hot. Just checking. Alright, believe it, guys.
How many of them can there be?
Don't you think they look really only a few more. Good luck. Can you go down from here? There are still research experiments running loose.
More of these.
Don't hurt yourself. Thank you.
bottom of a wall. Almost all the keys, actually. Yeet.
More artificial chaos! Shadow, you have to protect the ark! There should only be one more left.
Oh, okay. Okay. Why is there a gun robot like that there? Okay, gotta take mine. This is not the most flattering camera angle. What is this point? Oh, whatever. Maybe I can take out that chaos from over here. Ah, jeez.
Damn it.
This is ridiculous. I'm gonna die if I don't do this. Okay, what do I do? Thank goodness. It's a little fast, but gotta go fast, I guess. Let's take it off for a drop.
Oh, Shadow, thank you!
And that took a little while, but...
As I promised you, Maria, I will protect the professor and the Ark.
Alright. Oh, man. I took way too long on that. Well, see, I see. Ha-ha. I am funny. Ha-ha. Whatever.
Maria!
Please, Shadow, I need your help. Everyone's fate depends on you.
Maria! Maria.
Shadow, look! Up there!
Huh? What is that?
Once every 50 years, that black comet passes by this planet. Oh, do you think those black creatures are somehow connected with that comet?
Black comet.
Shadow, what's wrong?
I think you're right. I feel it. They're up there. That's where the answers are. I've got to get to that comet.
Kind of odd how one stage in the game is kind of based on, at least one anyway, is kind of based on what you do in a flashback and not in real life, but whatever. Stage 6, final hunt.
I can feel them. They're everywhere.
Well, Shadow, looks like we've reached the climax of this little game. Time to make the big
power
boss
or this?
responsible for this invasion. Damn it. Step up and play.
Okay,
Smash him up!
Oddly enough, certain things here.
There are aliens up on the bridge! They're trying to get us!
Kind of strange how something.
Looks like it's black creatures.
Kind of odd how some. It's kind of odd how some things in this black comet, when destroyed, some increase bad, yet some increase good. It's kind of weird.
Hey, not bad!
Booyah.
Yeah, smash him up!
Odd area there. Excuse me for being exploring. What?
Yahoo! Shadow, look! The aliens decided to send in the best of the best!
Behold the ultimate power!
Laser!
That can suck up rings, islands, and even small enemies. It looks like it works just by holding in the B button. Shadow, try going up! Hey, not bad!
Very good weapon. Very good laser.
Yeah, smash him up!
I find it funny how weapons can make a lot of enemies rather minuscule, actually.
The big boss is inside. Take a spin on top of that red slime by pressing the X button. Spin on! Black Doom, the alien leader, is in that hall. Finding him is a lot easier than I figured it would.
Oh yeah, for the good mission we don't hit any of those switches. It's important actually.
Nice job, Shadow!
Booyah!
You can probably jump dash between these walls and perform the triangle jump.
You know, I think I'm gonna do it.
Not bad!
Behold the
I'm gonna
ultimate
fly. Gonna fly, gonna fly, gonna fly. I feel like flying. Good thing I got tons of ammo. Gotta move.
Hop on! Go for a ride, Shadow!
Gotta go down.
Watch your step! Take a look below!
Symbol of this game.
And watch your back!
Oh, geez.
Damn, not here.
Looks like I'm gonna have to start over. Yeah. 0 points.
I can feel them. They're everywhere.
At least I'll use chaos control some more.
Looks like we've reached the climax of this little game. Time to make the big boss man responsible for this invasion. Step up and play. Yeah, smash him 'em up! Nice job, Shadow! There are aliens up on the bridge! They're trying to get us! Hey, not bad! Yeah, smash 'em up!
Fly.
Behold the
Time to fly.
power!
Yahoo!
Lisa.
Hey, not bad! Looks like something has been pulled out of this floor.
Spin that swamp jump. Oh, with the classic.
Yeah, smash 'em up!
This is overpowered.
The big boss is inside. Black Doom, the alien leader, is in that hall. Finding him was a lot easier than I figured it would. You can probably jump dash between these walls and perform the triangle jump.
Behold the ultimate power!
Going down.
Watch your step. Take a look below.
The symbol.
It's
Oh,
dangerous
Shadow.
up ahead. Watch your back.
That was a little close. Luckily, they moved slowly.
Don't touch that switch. That'll seal off the path we need to follow.
Yeah, that's what.
Try something.
You know what? Okay, that sucks. This way.
Behold the ultimate power!
Is there any way we can shut down the lasers that are defending the exit? Yeah, smash 'em up! This one is a different color than the others.
I'll take you out. Yo. Why did you say yo? Can't go there. Thought there would have been a key there.
Behold the ultimate power!
Anything? Nope. Oh
well. That might just be a decoy to trap us, but it's our only clue we have right now. Guess we'll just have to follow it.
Too many enemies.
Nice job, Shadow.
Oh. Fly through sequence break.
Great, like we needed another problem. What is it, Shadow? Is there a shield in the way? Must be missing a switch somewhere back along the way we banged. There he is, the real Black Doom.
Booyah. Booyah.
So we meet at last, Black Doom. You're the one responsible for all this villainy.
So much hero. Oh yeah.
Perfect.
This is a really great stage to use Chaos Control if you haven't noticed. Because it just rewards you to use Chaos Control. It really does. Man, it takes a little while just to get through a little story.
You've done well, Shadow. I'm very impressed you made it this far.
Black Doom, your rule ends here, and it ends now!
So you're behind all this. Like it or not, the game's over.
Fools. The Black Arms are more than superior. We are perfect. Do you really think you have any real chance of defeating us?
It's you who should be scared, Black Doom. I made a promise to Maria to save the planet she loved so much, and I will!
Then get ready to die. Let me show you the ultimate power in the universe. Now I will show you just how pitiful you inferior life forms are.
Also, I should have mentioned that if you do utilize Chaos Control in that previous stage and hit one of those switches, it'll actually stop you right there, most likely. It'll more likely than not stop you just at the switch, or at least in my experience. It has happened because I usually just use Chaos Control whenever I first get it. As with this showing, as that previous showing represents. Okay. Okay then.
Attacks won't work on his body. Aim for a weak point.
What the? That doesn't usually happen. It doesn't.
Be gone.
Yeah, it's more like that.
High enough, you can hit him with a homing attack. Close meetings. Make sure to get out of the way.
Behold the ultimate power!
Kind of weird way to spell it nonetheless. Also, here's how you do it. Yeah, that's basically what happens when you do Chaos Control during a boss fight. Everything slows down, that's about it. And a neat little color scheme as well. Also,
Chaos?
You can dodge that lightweight.
okay, apparently pressing X.
Over it.
Okay, apparently X is the button.
This is not over.
Guns make a lot of things really easy.
Maria loved this planet. I will not let you destroy it.
Boo, 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 boo. Booyah.
Perfect.
Boo, 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 booyah.
Finally, I've got all the Chaos Emeralds.
Shadow. This isn't over yet. The Black Arms will rise again.
Let's do this.
I'm Shadow the Hedgehog, and I made a promise that I intend to keep. With the power of these emeralds, Black Doom and his army are finished. This is who I am.
And so that's one of the stories of... And that is one of the endings of Shadow the Hedgehog. However, there's a lot more to do, but for now... I'll just let this play.
Suffer long and it will set you free. Only through trial do we find the strength we need. It's never over, just another day of hope and
You unlocked Heel Cannon. This is one of the weapons. This is one of the weapons you unlock. This is a very special weapon in that, well, I guess all the weapons in the Shell Crate are special in that you unlock them in a particular way, but this weapon heals instead of hurts. Interesting concept. And then library. A missive from 50 years ago. Basically, it'll show all the cutscenes in that particular order of what you complete. But before I end this recording, I'm gonna play this through normally one more time.
Shadow the Hedgehog. Why does that name haunt me? It's the only thing I can remember, and that gruesome image.
Maria!
Who am I? And why can't I remember anything? And who is this Maria? Look how pathetic they are. I don't have time for these humans.
Shadow. As you can see, the day of reckoning will soon be here. Find the 7 Chaos Emeralds and bring them to me as promised.
Who are you, and how do you know I'm Shadow? And what are you talking about? Just what was that all about? If he says he knows the truth about who I am, then like it or not, I have to believe him. The only way I'm gonna get the secrets to my past is to get those Chaos Emeralds.
Alright, and now, instead of all good, this time it will be all evil. Or all dark, technically speaking, but you know.
Promise time. Time to go and fulfill this promise.
It's clearing my
The X button lets me spit.
Hey, Shadow. Long time no see. Looks like these black creatures
There should be a Chaos Emerald somewhere in this city.
These guys are monsters!
The Dark Mission target counter is in the upper left, and the Hero Mission is in the upper right. I can zero in and attack enemies by pressing the A button. It's a Chaos Emerald. I can feel the power welling up inside me.
From now on, my eyes shall always serve you for me. Now, start my mission. Dare to defy. Red King. Red light amplifies.
Death to all who oppose me!
What the heck is
As they truly are. Make sure to steer the shockwave from laser impacts.
Okay then. Why am I trying to destroy everything?
Plunged by pressing the Y button when your gauge is full. The critical touch this same point. It will use that rumble to move on and crush those who are positioned. Paths still remain. Hurry up.
Not going home, guys.
Spread fruits represent us. Pressing the X button on top of the same point will teleport you to other cities left untouched. Try pressing the X button. It is possible to change
Death to all who oppose me!
I didn't get hurt. That crate did that.
Man, what the heck is agent? Don't touch the red blue!
Do it, you traitor. This box is for holding special weapons. If you haven't found the weapon yet, it is useless.
Well, they do give you a weapon. If you have to start off.
Like dash, like pressing the X button with prison wings. To open this door, you will find press the X button. Control stick will allow you to steal.
Just building up that ego.
Destroy those hits.
You can give me points.
What the heck is happening?
The same fate awaits
Death to all who oppose me! What the heck is happening?
Yeah, pretty much clears up the area, doesn't it?
Let us witness their cruel attempts to resist.
Okay.
Well done, Shadow.
Anybody who gets in my way is my enemy.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, the Chow Cannon can actually be especially useful when you want to get extra points in a particular side.
The Black Aliens have hit 6 major cities around the world, and every city is reporting significant damage and casualties. Among them, Westopolis has received the heaviest casualties due to its weakened defense system. Downtown Westopolis has been almost completely destroyed. Unconfirmed sources have also reported seeing a black hedgehog in Westopolis.
Shadow? Deploy the troops now! And if you find Shadow with the black aliens, then kill them all.
But sir, isn't Shadow on our
I
side?
gave you an order, soldier. He's evil and he's the enemy. You can't fool me, Shadow. This time, you're mine.
And now to a more unique scene.
Attention! Emergency broadcast to all mobile units. Headquarters to all mobile units. All points bulletin. Be on the lookout for Shadow, the Black Hedgehog. Wanted in connection with the terrorist attacks. Last seen in the vicinity of downtown Westopolis. Orders are, capture him. Dead or alive.
Out of my way. Coming through.
Stop! Don't move, or we'll shoot!
Stupid humans.
He was moving plenty enough. Well, they were being stupid, to be honest. He was moving.
Very impressive.
Several moments.
Who are you?
You don't remember anything, do you? But you will in time. But now, there's no time to waste here. Go and access the United Federation's mainframe. Understand?
Got it.
I guess Black Doom is providing the transport, apparently. And just like that, takes you to a new area. Digital circuit. Do. Sure.
What is this sensation? I feel weightless atop this light.
Hold left and right to steer.
I can control which way this leads.
This is the information system that they call cyberspace. The core program that controls the data flow and the world will be
Lazy eye.
It's an abyss of darkness. There is no mere children's toys. Crush them. Make humans suffer. Touch this thing. It will remain last position. Serving us will make your brain feel. Betraying us will fill up the blue gauge. You can release your true power when the gauges are full.
Straight.
This security
Oh, Shadow. What a coincidence running into you. Actually, I'm on a government assignment to track down a Chaos Emerald in the area. How about we both look for it together?
destroy the core program. Merge with light.
By touching.
Down using that ray of light.
Have you spotted the Chaos? This is a light speed circuit.
Destroy the core program.
Aha.
That small floating machine is some type of human weapon. Destroy it.
Very conspicuous place to put the key, if you ask me. Guess they were assuming that they were used or something?
Our ninja worms trapped. This box is for special weapons. If you haven't found the weapon yet, it is useless. Say, do not
Damn it.
Oh, jeez. Fuck you. I'll just ignore you.
Death to all who oppose me!
To move around.
That's the great fake. Oh, I'm so scared.
To open this door, you will need 5
Not here.
Unfortunately, that really sucks. Especially when you start over.
What is this sensation? I feel weightless atop this light. I see. I can control which way this leads.
Yeah, in Sonic Heroes, at least I believe you could at least jump when you are knocked over. Here, you can't. Don't know why they made that decision.
This is the information highway system that they call cyberspace. Delete the core program that controls the data flow and the chaos. Is an abyss of darkness. If you fall, there is no return. Mere children's toys. Corrupt make the humans suffer. Touch this same button, it will deliver your last position. Serving us in your red gauge field. Betraying us will fill up the blue gauge. You can release your true power when the gauges are full.
Sorry, you need to target.
This is
What to get you.
Oh, Shadow.
Destroy the core. Our enemy brethren are able to merge with that light. Merge with that light.
This is a light speed sword. Touch it. That red block is a firewall designed to ward off intruders. Watch out. Another firewall. Out of the way. That level's sentry gun. Should be able to use your homing attack to get through. Attackers that are able to automatically lock onto it. There's another drop here. Looks like one of the alien creatures furrowed on it. So look out. They just don't want us to get in, do they? I even have government clearance, but still.
Go down. To move around while use that light to go out.
Yeah. Gotta fly. Going up. Oh boy. Going up.
Cause a diversion so that the searchlight
Death to all!
touch that and go playback. Another defensive wall.
Can't do the Chaos Blasters here.
Our soldiers have secured this area. It seems like they've stepped up their security. Do not be able to jump.
Oh boy. Woohoo! Yeah, I knew it.
Destroy them. Touch them. Make the humans suffer. We've retrieved the Chaos Emerald. Now, head up and find the core program. Use the searchlight to ascend.
Oh, come on already. Oh, they respond.
Use the searchlight to ascend. If you jump through this warp, it will instantly teleport. That's right. Seamless flow here. Use the searchlight to ascend. Stop wasting time.
Oh, come on, key. Don't you always want to key?
Hesitating. Get going.
Sorry, I couldn't see what was below me.
Make the humans suffer. Don't lose your footing. This is the end core. The core program is up above. Hurry.
to all who oppose me.
That's a weird sound. Oh, my crying out.
Chaos!
I want to explode! Gotta let that anger somehow.
That is the core. Well done, Shadow.
Alright.
Whatever happens to the humans is no concern of mine.
Absolutely no hero.
Perfect.
Do.
Mr. President, we've received a report from the Central Information Agency. Our ground troops have successfully pushed back the black aliens from Westopolis. We've also managed to suppress enemy forces in 5 other cities. There's also reports that the CIA's mainframe has been compromised. We're investigating the incidents now. It is a strong possibility that this was also committed by the black aliens.
Tell the commanding generals that the United Federation will never surrender to terrorists.
Yes, Mr. President.
This planet was once saved from tyranny and annihilation by you 2 heroes. Now mankind must protect this peace at all costs. We must stand united to defend our world against these invaders.
Where am I? Isn't that Dr. Eggman? Maybe he can tell me about those black creatures.
Well, you got to ask everybody, I guess. So, and now we are on to Cryptic Castle.
The doctor I can break through a door like this, no problem.
Shadow, I'm so glad you're here. Cream went into this weird-looking castle and she hasn't come back in. Will you go in there with me to look for her?
That's looking for her and... Oh my. Why isn't she flying up like that? Oh well, I'll see that later.
Shadow, can you lift up this part of the door? I think something's a little loose.
Okay.
Hey, look! It's a balloon! Just leave the robots alone. Hey, do you think you might be able to climb on that? There must be something good in here if someone went through the trouble of climbing.
Well, not super good, but not bad, I guess.
That robot is gonna roll itself right into you. Get rid of the ball first.
kind of odd way to refill ammunition. It really is. Like, this is how you refill.
Hey, Shadow! The black creatures have infiltrated my castle. I'd like you to go and light those giant lanterns. They're part of my special defenses.
It's kind of weird because...
That's one of the giant lanterns. Now, light the fire. The first one. Now, you just have to find and light. Shadow, use that. Stupid ghost. Thinking that they can just form my drifting castle.
Well, I guess it's supposed to be haunted.
Pick up my robot.
It's kind of weird how this is the dark mission, and you have to increase your score for dark. You have to smash up Eggman's robots, which he says don't do, but it increases your score. That's kind of weird, but whatever.
You know how these balloons work, right? They're set to float around a set area and then return. If you need to get down, you need to jump off. Who do you think your enemy is?
Well, you want me to smash your robots? Well, you don't want me to smash your robots, but... yeah... it's kind of weird. It's a weird thing. Interestingly, Amy will also tell you to leave the robots alone, which is rather interesting as well.
Death to all who
Good work, Shadow. 3 to go. I wonder how my robots are doing.
Chaos Blast!
I think you can fly on that bird-like creature to get past here. Shadow, try roughing it up a bit and then press the X button to ride it.
I'll take this gun.
Press the control stick up to make this thing die, and then pull back to make it fly up. Holding down the A button will let you accelerate.
Don't worry, this thing can take a hit.
What's wrong, Shadow? Does my castle scare you?
I can't move. I can't move. What the? Jeez. I hate when this happens.
Doctor must have gone this way. I can break through a door like this.
Oh, Shadow, I'm so glad you're here. Green went into this weird-looking castle and she hasn't come back out. Will you go in there with me to look for her?
Jeez. I can't move. What was in my control there?
Shadow, lift up the door. I can substitute a little wood. Hey, look! It's a balloon! Do you think you might be able to climb on that? There must be something good in here if someone went to the trouble of hiding. Just leave the robots alone.
Really am.
Hey, me, Shadow. The black creatures have infiltrated my castle. I'd like you to go and light those giant lanterns. They're part of my special defenses. Shadow, use that. Stupid ghost. Thinking that they can destroy my thrifting castle. Don't go smashing up my robot!
Oh, sorry, I'm smashing it. It's dark. I got to the dark.
You know how these balloons work, right? They're set to float around a set area and then return. If you need to get down, you need to jump off.
Press the Y button to let go of him. Of a weapon.
Where are you going? The giant lantern is behind you!
Sorry.
Good work, Shadow. 3 to go. I wonder how my robots are doing.
Death to all who oppose me!
I think you can fly on that bird-like creature to get past here. Jack, try roughing it up a bit, and then press the X. Press the control stick up to make this thing dive, and then pull back to make it fly up. Holding down the A button will let you accelerate.
Okay, I'll fly to the right.
Does my castle scare you?
I don't know why it goes a little automatic.
Don't fall. Those pulsating globs are some kind of alien spawn. Make sure you don't overlook them. These walls should be close enough together for you to triangle jump, Shadow. Just keep using your giant dash over and over to get higher.
Doesn't he mean to get further? But whatever.
According to my research, pressing the X button will let you use the alien's red rapid transit flow. Try going up. Do you have any fire? Shadow, where are you going? The giant lantern is behind you.
Well, I need fire.
Ah, that's number 3. More of the intruders are getting in now. Move quickly. This door takes 5 keys to open it. Do you have any fire?
That was too close. Too close.
Shadow, leave my things alone.
Sorry, I have to play with your thing.
Oh, it's a dead end. Or is it? Way to go! Good eyes, boy!
Thank you. I can only do 1 punch, you know. Gotta punch that thing. Breaking pots like this. Sonic Adventure 2.
Hurry along now, or you'll be crushed!
That's just a phony area. To my knowledge.
Do you have any fire? What are you doing?
Smashing your robot. Apparently this is the end area of the secret area. Big walls.
Be stand on top of the alien crest line. That platform in the middle of the room is one of the giant lanterns. Just don't look down.
Ciao.
Yes, yes. Now, you just need to light the final lantern, and my defenses will be complete. Use that balloon over there.
Death to all who oppose me!
Don't get burned now.
Invincible. Plus, I don't think it'll burn you the first time. Either way. If it hurt you, you would be knocked out. Knocked out. Knocked away. I should say.
Press the X button when you're near some rings to use the light dash. Check the lower right-hand corner of the screen to see the creature's remaining health. Make sure you steer clear of walls and obstacles while flying.
Yeah. Got it. Got it. The key.
Pressing the X button while on top of it. Nicely done, Shadow!
I'm one step closer to getting the truth from the doctor. I will not let him interfere with my plans.
Kind of lazy that he sends a robot to me, but then again, he doesn't have the ability to. Oh my. Really? It should have been a lot more nicer with that score, but at least I got a lot of the keys. And I think that's a secret path. Maybe I took too long. Maybe that's it.
Another Chaos Emerald.
What are you doing here, Shadow?
Doctor, I don't want to fight with you, but I need those Chaos Emeralds. They hold the secret to my...
Enough of this nonsense! The Chaos Emeralds belong to me! All of them! No one gets in my way. Those who do will be destroyed. So stand clear or I will crush you! Just as I will those black creatures.
So, by helping him...
Let me show you the power of my latest, greatest creation!
Oh well.
Shadow, bring him down!
This!
Thank you.
Eggman on the cockpit on top of the robot's head.
I'll get you.
Lights up! How dare you!
Oh, sorry.
Lights up! Lights up!
Ow.
Lights up! haven't seen the last of me!
Oh, I'm so scared. Didn't even have to try too hard for that, boss.
Sorry, Doctor, but that Chaos Emerald is mine. Perfect.
Need that perfect. Ooh.
Mr. President, there's an emergency.
What now?
It seems as if our ground forces have been able to contain the Black Arms. But apparently enemy reinforcements have arrived, and Central City is being invaded.
How? How can this be?
Well, how is getting off his chair and looking out the window gonna help? Just saying, but whatever. Say Stage 4, Central City. I'm just looking at the time.
Shadow, let me share with you a piece of your past. It's filled with nothing but hatred and contempt for the humans.
Hatred and contempt for the humans?
You were the ultimate life form, but the humans feared you and wanted to destroy you. And they did. Now, you must amass revenge on those humans. Unleash your anger and ultimate powers on them.
This is one.
Hey, it's Shadow! Good timing. The black creatures have huge bombs that they're trying to set off here in the city. We only have a few minutes before the bombs detonate and destroy the city. You've gotta help us.
This is actually the stage with my favorite music, arguably. And also the only stage in this game that has a time.
That will annihilate the city. Trigger it, and the city will be destroyed. Detonate this bomb on the next minutes and take revenge on these humans with your own hand.
I guess this is So I'm guessing this is a more destructive version?
You need to
detonate the massive bomb. Time is now.
Kind of a little redundant, but whatever.
Good timing.
This mission kind of feels redundant.
You need to
Sail. Well, don't interrupt yourself. Why is that there?
behold the ultimate power.
In the air for no reason. Gotcha.
This territory is now the domain of the Black.
Send out the tanks!
Use one of their vehicles to get past.
I need a vehicle.
Damn it.
Yeah. I'm trying to drive.
Use one of their vehicles to get past.
Spare me!
Drive over a weapon and you automatically equip
Don't
it.
let him get away!
Gotta move. That's weird.
Men status! Freeze!
Sorry, I'm not free. No.
To open this door, you will need 5 keys. Let's putting out the flame will disrupt the evil within you.
Oh man.
Use the X button to get in and out of that turret. Press the B button to destroy your foes.
Where's that helicopter? There he is!
Make the humans suffer.
Gotta get that. Oh, right. Oh, right.
Well done, Shadow.
Okay, that last moment was kind of a bit on my part, I will admit.
At last, revenge.
Ooh. I shouldn't have been so distracted. At least I got some keys. But if I'm gonna get that super hard mode equivalent of this game, I need to get all A's on every mission. Getting anything below an A is not helping.
realize just how abominable these humans are. It's time to make all final preparations for our ritual. Hidden inside that space colony ark is the most powerful weapon, able to pierce stars. The Eclipse Cannon.
Piercing the stars.
That's right. The 7 Chaos Emeralds are needed to demonstrate its full power, or tomorrow's prosperity ritual will all be for nothing.
Prosperity ritual? Tomorrow?
Now, go! What fools! Humans created the Eclipse Cannon to protect themselves from terror. Instead, it will be used to destroy mankind.
How nice to provide a, a little ride to get there, but why not just, teleport to the Eclipse Cannon? Why do you have to go through a whole stage? Well, the Ark. Oh yeah, I should have mentioned, just like how at the very bottom of where, if you just go down completely vertical to the point of the very bottom, how that stage, a Lost Impact, has no bad guy area, this has no good guy area. Like that area has no bad guy area in the game. I mean, no dark side area, no dark side mission in the game. This one has no good guy mission in the game. Although this one stands out because I guess that blue X really stands out to me. A lot more, I guess.
Shadow, the promised time is near. Our forces are amassing to take the Ark and destroy the defense systems, so our attack force can if you wish to go below, just jump off the black vault. We assume that is one of the defense units.
Stronger weapon.
Those are our black-armed soldiers. Soon, the Earth will cease to be friend, there is a safe point ahead. You cannot lose.
For a second, I was thinking 5.
The Eclipse Cannon is nearby. Say your prayers, you disgusting humans.
Hey. Why am I not getting the A's now? I want to at least get all the A's. And every stage.
Arc to headquarters! Arc to headquarters! Come in! Come in! Shadow's penetrated the Arc. He's headed toward the control room of the Eclipse Cannon.
Come in, Eclipse Cannon. He must be stopped at all costs. Take him out. That's an order.
10-4. Copy that. This is Arc Defense Unit Blue Falcon. I'm engaging the Hedgehog.
Shadow, let your lust for revenge give you the power you need. Do not let him escape. Use the pillars in the center to run him down.
I'm under attack from the Hedgehog. Moving into attack position. Charging particle beam cannon.
Strip him of his weapon and take it away.
Ow.
Energy charge complete.
Climb to the upper section.
Charging particle beam cannon. This is Blue Falcon. Situation critical. Requesting assistance. He's strong. Particle beam cannon. Fire. Charging particle beam cannon. Energy charge complete. HQ, do you read? HQ! Ah!
That looks like an awful fall. That looks like an awful fall.
The planet-piercing Eclipse Cannon. There's no escape for you now.
Where did you get that Chaos Emerald? Oh, now I'm starting to get A's.
Perfect.
It's kind of odd that they went for red A's and now it's pink A's.
We are the Black Arms. We are here to take rule of this planet. Any attempts to resist are futile and will result in death. You humans are so pathetic.
Damn you.
Okay. You just had to say that, I guess.
As of today, this planet is mine.
Or at least say that out loud.
You're crazy. We will not.
Now, we will begin to exterminate all of the world's leaders who resist.
What?
Annihilation for this planet is near. It is time to embrace the dawn of your demise and despair.
that'll leave a mark, to say the least.
Sir, are you all right?
Never mind me. What about the people of Central City?
No need to worry, sir. Orders were issued yesterday, and everyone has been evacuated to the safe zone.
Very good, Commander.
Now what's going on?
You'd think being hit by a giant laser blast would leave him in worse condition.
Commander! The invaders! Estimated over 1,000 black aliens inbound! They've penetrated our outer perimeter!
What?
According to reports, Shadow's also been sighted with the black aliens.
Shadow? I don't believe it. So he's finally decided to show himself. Attention all command units! Mobilize all mech battle sections! Prepare all weapons to strike incoming vessels! Mobilize Diablon!
But sir, it's not ready yet!
I don't care! We have no other option! We must protect the President and the Chaos Emeralds at all costs!
Yes, sir!
Shadow, damn you! It's been 50 years. Justice will finally be served!
Yes, he had to get his gun out for that. That was so necessary.
Shadow, I'm counting on you!
I guess for symbolism.
I know, Professor. The ultimate life form born to ensure peace and justice amongst all of mankind. Now, I know what I have to do.
Kind of odd that memory just got into his head. Kind of weird how that memory just popped into his head like that. Okay then. Okay, one more stage to go. Gun Fortress. I really need to finish this up. It's getting really late. I know I'm not the best commentator out there, but there could be worse, I guess. Very good.
Get ready to fire!
Damn it!
Why are you... I like this look. It looks cool. I like how it looks.
Everyone who can still move, grab him! There he is! Freeze! Hold. Come here! This'll just take 3 seconds. Hold your position. This is for my friends. Lock on with your sight. Ha! Stay back!
Death to all who oppose me!
Come here! They're after the mother computer.
This is the last stronghold of the human army. Destroy the core of the base, and then this planet will be completely defenseless. If we defeat those foolish humans,
The black aliens have broken their way through. They've got to be after the Chaos Emerald that's warehoused in the subterranean dungeon. We can't let
Death to all who oppose me! The mother computer is we must strike their military's remaining strength. That is a human mobile weapon.
That's not a cooperative. Wow, that is so. Wow, that was so uncooperative, camera. Ugh, this'll take longer.
There he is! Incoming!
Damn it.
Prepare. This'll just take 3 seconds.
Men, forgive me.
They keep breaking through the gates. No! No! Stop! Forward all information on this. No! No!
Death to all who oppose me!
Protect the president. Spare me.
Fishing wild.
No! No! Stop! Hold the line, man! No!
Grab on to that pulley and hurry on ahead. It should be safe to use.
Shadow! The black aliens have broken their way through. They've got to be after the Chaos Emeralds warehoused in the subterranean gun barrel.
The humans are putting up a strong fight. Defiance is futile. Full attack on the core. The mother computer is open. We must strike
to all who
oppose me. Strikes. That is but the first of many. Keep going. Go down. Use that human vehicle to drive. Do they really think that these machines can kill us?
Death to all who oppose me!
Am I even under? I'm so mesmerized. I'm losing my anger.
Destroy those insolent. Make the humans suffer.
Okay, so I'm not gonna change the camera this time. Because, yes, camera goes down.
Can you believe this? They won't. This interior passageway looks like it's under maximum security. You're probably better off watching. If the surveillance team spots you, take cover in the shadows.
Hold and put an end to the humans' feeble resistance. Use the turret to aim.
Death to all who oppose me!
Coming from the front. The second target has been destroyed. With our armies spread over the world, the human resistance will soon crumble.
Damn it. Barney got
Make the humans suffer.
Death to all who oppose me!
Use your triangle jump before the corridors. Collecting keys will allow you to unlock certain
not even
Hold your position!
Those guys shooting literally seem to do nothing. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. All red. Ooh. Aha.
To jump up on that. Use the joystick to pick the direction to jump to when you want to swing. While landing, press the X button to accelerate. Press the B button to fire weapon. Other computer
Commencing attack plan A! No! No! Stay back!
Death to all who oppose me!
At last, the human resistance has been crushed.
Can't deny that.
Perfect.
Too much dark for you.
Get out of my way.
Shadow, I can't let you go. Not like this.
You're the one who destroyed the Ark and killed everyone on it. It's time to settle this once and for all.
All right. I know what I have to do. I was born to bring order to the humans. These humans, they don't value life. They're going to pay. Pay with their lives for what they've done.
Sonic,
if you try to stop me, I'll destroy you too.
There's plenty of instances of Jason Griffin talking to himself.
This is for my family and for Maria. With my own hands.
Also, when he said "you," he sounded kind of like a question, not an exclamation. Like there was a bit of question in there, so at least one question mark would have sufficed. Not two exclamation marks, but whatever.
It's just getting started.
Charged weapon is somewhat
I can punch Sonic. Boom.
Pretty good. Now, playtime's over.
Fire!
Trying to rip off the
Charge commence. Just wait, Shadow. Still, you devil!
direction to target.
I need something else.
Still, you devil!
I see. I have an idea.
This is for my family.
I want
for Maria. With my own hands.
Let's do this, Shadow! It's just getting started.
Take this! Take this!
Pretty good. Now, playtime's over.
Still, you devil!
Watch out for the arm.
Charge complete! Now it's still, you devil! Wait, Shadow! Still, you devil! Still, you devil! Still, you devil!
Yeah, that arm.
Still, you devil!
How does this not become a meme?
Oppose me.
Still, you devil! Still, you devil! I have failed.
Booyah. Finish in classic style. Chaos Blast style.
Mere humans cannot stop me.
Well, Sonic tried to stop you, but whatever. I knew it.
Perfect.
Had to take advantage of that unlimited ammo feature and superpower. Why do Sonic's eyebrows look feminine to me? Like, the way they looked, anyway.
Finally, I've got all the Chaos Emeralds.
Shadow, what are you gonna do with them?
I'm Shadow, the Hedgehog. I was created to bring order and justice to the humans. With the power of these emeralds, I'm going to destroy this damn planet. This is who I am!
Note, some endings come with evil laughter.
Gods, no more graves. Are you friend or fiend? No more life, no more death. Somewhere in between.
So that'll be it for the for like this run through. I'm gonna start another Sonic game very soon. So hope you will enjoy this and see you next time. See you next time.
No more death, somewhere in between. Well, we're almost dead, almost dead, almost dead to the world. Almost dead, almost dead, almost dead to the world.
Unlocked the samurai blade. And that'll be it for today. So thank you all for watching. Have a nice day, and see you next time.